is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New York Giants. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with another touchdown. Number 24 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jones with a handoff to Barkley, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Seahawks have recovered. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On 1st down, Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down at 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On first down, Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 40 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here.
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
From the gun, Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this one's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jones buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's sharp. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a third down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now it's Carson. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They go back to Carson here on second. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop, which... seconds to go here in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Jones. This will be caught. Jeudy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Seahawks 12. Giants 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this.
Oh, wide open, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, They tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Giants 10.
$13 yards remaining on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are right back in this football game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a play fake here on first down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Wilson wants to throw it. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.